Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, first, I don't blame you. Second, contact me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel or our website. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we are looking at a 2019 limited edition variation on a very successful 2018 launch from Bethune of Lauberson, Switzerland. This is the Bethune DB25 Starry Varius Govberg edition. Created specifically for Govberg jewelers, this is a modified version of the standard watch that I find considerably more attractive, and with only 5 made, this 42mm grade 5 titanium beauty will always be exclusive. Only 10mm thick, it is a slender watch for a 6-day power reserve. Lug-to-lug, it's 49.5mm with a 22mm spacing between the lugs, and in grade 5 titanium, it's both lighter than steel and just as scratch resistant. Easy to wear on my 16cm circumference wrist. You can see the down the barrel shot right there, the cuff shot right there, and then the over the top. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters in circumference. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you have large rectangular scale alligator leather in blue on the top, semi-gloss, a monotone stitch. You have sheer-sided construction showing the layers, and then on the underside you have small round scale alligator gator on the bottom, as we've seen with FP Journe straps, creates a more expensive but longer lasting strap, no expense spared. Grade 5 titanium Bethune pin buckle to match the case, and here's where things are a little bit more, I would say, reassuring than on the DB28s and 27s, which some folks find a little bit too out there. This is a more conventional lug profile that still gives you that lovely open arcing feel of the floating lugs, albeit without the crazy geometries. You see those little ogival or bullet tips on the end of the lugs, the only styling reference to the earliest Bethune watches such as the DB1, DB2, and DB8 of the early 2000s. David Zanetta's original design statement, that's the vestige of the original on this thoroughly modern design effort. Bethune was a founding effort of Denis Flageolet watchmaking and David Zanetta style and connoisseur collector. Today it's run by Pierre-Jacques and Denis Flageolet, and they're making about 150 watches a year. So this is 5 amongst 150 pieces made for 2019. You can see that the case band is defined by a few strong horizontals, and the crown itself is an unusual piece in that it's both knurled and drilled. Manual wind with a 6-day power reserve. This is the coolest two-hand watch you're going to find. The dial is all fired blue titanium, which means a patented process Bethune first originated in 2002. You start with pieces of titanium and then you fire them until they're this rich blue cobalt metallic. Now, if you take a quick look outboard, this toroidal ring is where this model sets itself apart from the standard Starry Varius. The name is a play on Stradivarius, the famous violins, and that is the idea. This is a fine instrument. So you see that the ring here is blued titanium. The standard model has a bigger hour track ring and it's in silver. While a little bit more classical, that original model is not as attractive. This creates a punchier, broader, deeper, glossier, and more haunting image. The full blue dial with the Milky Way band across the center. Note the use of rose gold cabochon for the hours, rose gold modified Breguet hands at center. Very minimal branding. Bethune ghosted up at 12 o'clock. And then you have the band of the Milky Way, which is a combination of gold leaf. And then if I turn the watch on its side, you can see the little applique cabochon of white gold. These are placed by hand and polished by hand. They have little dowels that slide into slots on the dial. This is an artisanal process to create the image of a 3-dimensional starry sky. Rotate the watch over, and you can see some of the finest finish you will encounter at any price from any brand. This manual wind caliber has twin self-adjusting barrels, that's patented, a 6-day power reserve, that's patented, the fired blue titanium bridge cap over the center, that fired titanium is patented, 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs for the balance, that's patented, a bi-element clamped, hand-formed hairspring that gives you the concentric beating of an overcoil without the shock susceptibility. Yes, that's patented. And you get a titanium blued balance with white gold outer masses, more efficient, thermally resistant, and of course all of the mass, to the extent possible, concentrated in the rim. Yes, that is a patented balance, one of about 6 Bethune has created itself. There is also a silicone escape wheel, and yes, it is of their own design. Now the watch features a black polished full bridge with the triple shock protection. It's a very stable base against concussion and impact. You'll also note The watch includes a full polished steel barrel bridge. That's another one of the changes compared to the standard watch. The standard DB25 Starry Varius has Côte de Genève laid down on this bridge. Here, brass has been replaced with steel, and steel has been mirror polished. You'll note that the base as well as the bridge all of high polish, and the springs flanking the balance bridge, those two are polished. All screw heads are black polished, and you'll note the same degree of beveling that you see on the edge of the bridges, that mirrored anglage. It's executed in all of the jewel and screw sinks. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and as you can see, this is number 2 of 5, and the plate with the name, the reference, and the numbering is of rose gold engraved. A beautiful execution, 30 meters water resistant. So no, it's not a sports watch, but it is a sporty watch. This is a watch designed to make a figurative splash. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.